Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 23rd of December 2020. You can see here the two best images of the day, but today we will discuss 7 to 8 very important and the most important current affairs of 23rd of December 2020. So watch the video till last. So before proceeding, I want to discuss about Affairs Cloud subscription, that you can buy our Affairs Cloud subscription with two methods. You can visit our website, that is affairscloud.com/current affair, or you can directly go to the description box of this video. Under the description box, you can get the PDFs of our current affairs. By subscribe our current affairs PDF. What you will get in the PDFs? You will get the daily wise PDF. In the daily wise PDF, you will get two PDFs. One is related to the theoretical current affair. Second is related to the question and answer PDF. Next is weekly PDF. All the current affairs arranged according to week wise. Next is weekly test. It is very important to evaluate yourself that how much current affair you can retain for long time period. Next is the monthly PDF, and it is the most important section because in the monthly PDF section, we are providing you 5 PDFs. One is related to the theoretical current affairs. Second is related to the question and answer PDF. It means all the theoretical current affairs will be provided to you in the form of question and answer. Next is the pocket PDF. As the name suggests, it is very important to revise the current affair quickly before your exam. Next is the banking, finance and the economy PDF. It is again very important, guys, because the students who are preparing for banking exam, the PDF is very much relevant. Next is question and answer PDF top 100. It means top 100 current affairs will be provided to you of particular month, and it is also in the form of question and answer because in the question and answer format you can retain for long time period. So all these things will be provided to you at very minimal price, and on that minimal price we are providing you 10% extra discount. So by clicking on the description box link, you will definitely surprised to see the price, and on that surprising price we are providing you 10% extra discount. If you use this code ASH10 ASH10, then you will get extra 10% discount on that minimal price. So guys, hurry up and subscribe our current affairs. So let's start today's current affair, that is 23rd of December 2020, and here is our first section, that is the most important questions. And here is first question. Which country's hawker centers has been included in the UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity? Most important question because I am talking about UNESCO organization and I am talking about international country, and it is hawker center. Hawker centers of which country receives intangible culture heritage tag by the UNESCO? And this country is, guys, match the answer and pause the video. Answer is Singapore. So remember, answer is Singapore. You can see here Singapore foodie. I am related to basically all the hawkers culture related to foodie, and I am also very much foodie. So Singapore's foodie hawkers culture given UNESCO recognition. So remember, it is Singapore's foodie hawker culture. You can see here hawker culture refers to the community of vendors who cook and sell meals in the 114 hawker centers across Singapore. It means all over Singapore there are 114 hawker centers, and all the community now represented under the UNESCO Intangible Heritage Sites. You can remember this. Singapore must submit a report after every 6 years that how much Singapore government efforts made to safeguarding and promoting its hawker culture. It means the Singapore government must have to support these type of the hawkers so that they can safeguard and promote this UNESCO intangible heritage. So here organization is very important, that is UNESCO. UNESCO's headquarters is in Paris, France. And who is currently Director General? That is Audrey Azoulay. Remember these two things about UNESCO. So guys, we are moving to next question. International Gita Mahotsav 2020 held in which state? Very simple but most important question because I am talking about Gita Mahotsav and it is an international festival, or you can say the international literary festival. And this state, because Gita is basically a lesson in the Mahabharat, and Mahabharat happened in Kurukshetra, and Kurukshetra is in Haryana. So answer should be C. So mark the answer C, and C is, guys, right answer. So you can see in the image that International Gita Mahotsav 17 to 25 December 2020 Kurukshetra, memories of the Gita Mahotsav, that is the Upadesh given by the Krishna. That is very famous festival. And guys, remember this festival is very much celebrated in Kurukshetra, and you can say the adjoining districts of the Kurukshetra also, even the 9,000 students from the Kurukshetra and the other students from the other districts of the Haryana participating in this event, and 19 verses of the Bhagavad Gita chanted by the 50,000 school students. That is a huge event by the Haryana, and it is at international level festival, International Gita Mahotsav. So you have to remember this, it is Haryana. We are moving to next question. Who among the following conferred with the Legion of Merit by the US President Donald Trump? It means this award is most important, marked in the most important category, Legion of Merit, and this award is conferred by the President, US President Donald Trump. And guys, match the answer with me. Guys, pause the video and match the answer with me. Answer is D, all of these. All of these. Narendra Modi also received this award. Scott Morrison, that is Prime Minister of Australia. Shinzo Abe, former Prime Minister of Japan. All these three received this award that is known as Legion of Merit. And it is the most important question. 90% chances are there to come in the exam. You can see here Prime Minister Modi ji. But on behalf of Prime Minister Modi ji, this person received this award. And he is currently Ambassador of India in US. You can see here the name Taranjit Singh Sandhu. Taranjit Singh Sandhu, Ambassador of India to the United States, who received this award on behalf of Narendra Modi. And this award is basically conferred to the members of the US military, as well as the military and the political figures of the foreign government. So you have to remember this award given under the three categories. One is basically the US military officers, and second is the military and the political figures of the foreign government. And these are represented under further four categories. One is known as the chief commander, officer, and the legionnaire. But these three personalities like Shinzo Abe, Scott Morrison, and Narendra Modi received as a chief commander award. Remember, the first recipient of this Legion of Merit award goes to the British Army officer Kenneth Anderson. You have to remember this. This question can be asked in so many exams, but till date this question was not asked, so it can be. So remember, and from Indian side, this award was conferred to Field Marshal K.M. Kariappa. You can also remember that. So this is most important question, guys. Remember this. And we are moving to next question. Who won the title of Global Visionary of Sustainable Business and Peace for promoting unity, peace and sustainability? Just remember this question as my question, because this award is represented by the Indo-Israel Chamber of Commerce. Indo-Israel Chamber of Commerce for the unity, peace and sustainability. Because we covered this question yesterday, like ASSOCHAM award given to which person? This award given to Ratan Tata, and this award also given to Ratan Tata. So remember, Ratan Tata is very famous because he is so much actively participating in the social works. So that's why Ratan Tata, remember Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata honored with Global Visionary of Sustainable Business and the Peace Award, Unity, Peace and the Sustainability. And this person is promoting basically these three type of the things to the person. So remember, Indo-Israel Chamber of Commerce. So you can remember this also. We are moving to next question. National Mathematics Day is annually observed across India on which day? Most important question, because he was very famous mathematician. At that time when he become very powerful mathematician, there was no applications, there was no digital media, there was no digital apps. So at that time he developed so many formulas that we are still working on that formulas. Our mathematicians are not able to basically perform that type of the capability. So this is the award dedicated to Srinivasan Ramanujan. Remember Srinivasan Ramanujan, and answer is 22nd of December. Remember, answer is 22nd of December. And guys, you can see here National Mathematics Day. This is the picture of Srinivasan Ramanujan. His birthday is on the 22nd of December. That's why this day is celebrated on 22nd of December. You can see here 2020 Sastar Ramanujan Prize will be awarded to Shai Evra. You can just remember this name, Shai Evra, because he developed so many arithmetic logics. That's why this award is given to Shai Evra. And 22nd December is marked as the birth anniversary of Srinivasa Ramanujan. So you can remember this also. Now we are moving to next question. Which bank signed MOU with the Defense Forces for its newly launched military salary package? And mark this question under the most important section, because this bank is providing the facility to the defense forces like Indian Coast Guard, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, and the name of this scheme is the military salary package, and answer is Bank of Baroda, guys. Answer is Bank of Baroda basically provided this type of the facility, military salary package. You can see here Bank of Baroda signs MOU with the Defense Forces for new Baroda military salary package. The full name is Baroda military salary package, but examiner only asked the military salary package, and it is for the Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, and it is for the Indian Air Force. It is also for the Central Armed Police Forces. It means they are covering all the defense forces, and what they are providing the accidental insurance, personal accident insurance, permanent total disability cover, partial disability cover, everything they are covering under this package. And guys, it also covers the free unlimited ATM transactions to the defense personnels, and also the waivers and the concessions on the various service charges in the retail loans, free remittance facility, and other things also like real-time gross settlements charges they can also waive off under this package. So remember, it is the defense forces and it is the Bank of Baroda, because you can say in 2019, like on 1st April 2019, Vijay Bank and the Dena Bank was merged under the Bank of Baroda. So you have to remember this. And who is the currently managing director and CEO of the Bank of Baroda? It is Sanjeev Chadha. Sanjeev Chadha. You have to remember this. And what is the tagline? It is India's International Bank. India's International Bank. So remember this. Moving to our next question, guys. And guys, we are moving to the very important question, and here is our first question. Which bank in association with National Payment Corporation of India launches RuPay Select contactless debit card? Mark under the very important section and match the answer with me. Pause the video and match answer with me. Answer is Central Bank of India. What is the answer? Central Bank of India. And Central Bank of India launches National Payment Corporation of India RuPay Select card. RuPay Select card, you can see here, here is a logo of Central Bank of India, here is a logo of RuPay, and it is with the NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, and it is a debit card as well as the mobility card as well as shopping card, and so many things provided under this RuPay Select card. You can see here the occasion of Central Bank of India is the 110th Foundation Day, because it was established in 1911, and it is the 110th Foundation Day of the Central Bank of India. And it is basically a card which is also providing the health and wellness focused card, and it is also a mobility card, it is also a debit card, you can also use as a credit card, and they are also providing the FASTag facility. Central Bank of India also launched the FASTag, because so many banks already launched this FASTag facility. Central Bank of India launched FASTag facility, and this card mainly focuses on the lifestyle, fitness, rejuvenation, nutrition, personal care of the customer, because if you are selecting this type of the card, then they will provide you complimentary some restaurant memberships, some gym memberships. That's why they are mainly focusing on the lifestyle of the daily routines. So you can remember the name of the bank, that is Central Bank of India. So in this question, two organizations are important. One is Central Bank of India, second is NPCI. Firstly, National Payment Corporation of India. It was established in 2008, but it is not important. Important is who is MD and CEO. MD and CEO is Dilip Asbe. Remember, Dilip Asbe. And what about Central Bank of India? Central Bank of India taglines, two taglines are there. Central to you since 1911, because it was established in 1911. Second line is important. Build a better life around us. Build a better life around us. This is the tagline of the Central Bank of India. So remember, who is the Managing Director and CEO? Shri Pallav Mohapatra. Remember, Shri Pallav Mohapatra. He is currently the MD and CEO of the Central Bank of India. We are moving to now next question. Which state recorded maximum number of leopards according to the States of Leopards in India 2018 report? Recently, this report is released, and in India, all over India, 60% increase in leopards recorded. So remember, 60% increase all over India. These leopards population increased, and the state who topped under this index, or you can say under this report, answer is Madhya Pradesh. Answer is Madhya Pradesh. You can see here 60% rise of leopard population across the country. India now has 12852 leopards, and second state is Karnataka, and first is Madhya Pradesh. It is same as the tiger population, because tiger population 526 in Madhya Pradesh and 524 in Karnataka. And also in leopard it is same. Madhya Pradesh has highest, Karnataka is on the second rank. Remember this. And total leopards in India almost 12,500 leopards. Moving to next question. Veteran Congress leader and former Chief Minister of which state Motilal Vora ji passed away? So very famous leader of Congress, and the name is Motilal Vora ji. He was 4-time members of Rajya Sabha and 1-time member of Lok Sabha, and he was former chief minister of which state? Again, the state is Madhya Pradesh, guys. Very famous state, Madhya Pradesh, because there is a Panna Biosphere Reserve, there is a Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve in Madhya Pradesh, there is a Bandhavgarh National Park in Madhya Pradesh. So many things in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh has also the maximum leopard population we recently covered. And you have to remember, this leopard population is calculated by Wildlife Institute of India. You have to remember this, Wildlife Institute of India. You can see in this question, Wildlife Institute of India, and Wildlife Institute of India headquarters in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Remember this, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. And there is a one again important authority of India, that is National Tiger Conservation Authority. It was established under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Now we are again moving to the current question. That is, the answer is Madhya Pradesh. Motilal Vora ji was Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, not the Prime Minister. It is the Chief Minister. He was 93 years old, but due to COVID-19, he died, and he belongs to Rajasthan. He belongs to Rajasthan, but state is not Rajasthan. Answer is Madhya Pradesh. He was 13th Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, who belongs to Madhya Pradesh. This is very important. He was 13th Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, and he held office from 1985 to 1989. And 4-time member of Rajya Sabha, 1-time member of Lok Sabha. Very important. He was also the governor of Uttar Pradesh. You can also remember this. Governor of Uttar Pradesh. So now we are moving to next question. You can see the picture of Motilal Vora, veteran Congress leader, dies. Which state and Crestra Ventures entered into a memorandum of understanding for the establishment of special education region in the state? Mark under the very important questions, or you can also mark under the important section, but it is important because the state is Gujarat. Answer is Gujarat. Gujarat state and one organization, that is Crestra Ventures, is developing a special education region in the state. And answer is Gujarat. You can see here, Gujarat government and Crestra Ventures sign a pact for special education region at Dholra. You have to remember this. That is Dholra, exact place the examiner can ask. Dholra. You can see here, this is establishing at Dholra special investment region. It is one of the several greenfield industrial cities being developed along with the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor in Gujarat. It means it is basically an industrial city. Under this, they are providing so many things, and at a very huge place. It will be established under 1,000 acres, and it can be extended up to 5,000 acres. It can be extended up to 5,000 acres, so that they can develop university districts, they can develop school districts, they can develop innovation districts, and the project is expected to provide direct and indirect employment opportunities to 2.5 lakh people. It means 2.5 lakh people they can provide. This type of the education hub can provide so much employment to the Gujarat people, and it is a gift to the Gujarat, because Gujarat Gandhinagar is also known as the gift city. You have to remember this. And Gujarat Chief Minister is Vijay Rupani, Governor is Acharya Devvrat, and this Crestra Venture belongs to the Hyderabad. So you have to remember this also. So remember two keywords under this question. One is special education region for the investment, and second thing, the state government of Gujarat. These two things are very important under this question. Next question, which state has signed a MOU with India Accelerator to build a strong startup ecosystem in the state? It means the state want to enhance the startups and want to enhance the entrepreneurs so that they can tackle the MSME sector and also enhance the state performance due to COVID-19, because it was so much slow down in the COVID-19. So they want to enhance the performance. That's why they just tie up with the India Accelerator so that they can build a strong startup ecosystem in the state. Mark under the very important question and match the answer with me, guys. Answer is Haryana. Answer is Haryana. You can see here the Department of Information and Technology and Electronics and Communication, that is belongs to Government of Haryana, build a robust ecosystem with the India Accelerator. They signed the MOU. You can see here the MOU will help in bridging the gap between industry and the startups. Startup Haryana with India Accelerator will build a strong startup ecosystem in Haryana. It will provide young entrepreneurs with access to its online programs and equip them with knowledge, mentorship and connections. It means these type of the ecosystem will provide the new youngsters a new knowledge, a mentorship, and a connection so that they can build a strong startup and can use this type of the startup to create a better state. It will also provide access to all-in-one platform for the students, professionals, and the entrepreneurs. It means it is not for only the new comers. It is for newcomers. It is for professionals, and it is for already existing entrepreneurs. So, guys, remember the state is Haryana. You can remember we discussed Haryana 2 times today, because first is the Gita International Festival or the Mahotsav. Second is the startup ecosystem in the state, that is by the India Accelerator. You can see here also. And now we are moving to the next question, and it is our important question section. And here is the question. United Nations Women signed a MOU with which state to establish India's first gender data hub? It means by this they can provide the equality in the gender and promote the woman entrepreneurship and the woman empowerment. So the answer is very simple. Answer is Kerala, because Kerala already developed Gender Park, by which they are providing the very much facilities to the woman empowerment. So that's why it is the gender data hub, and you can relate with the Gender Park. And it is the India's first gender data hub, and it is started by the state government of the Kerala and United Nations Women. You can see here, Kerala's the Gender Park, Department of Women and Child Development signs MOU with the United Nations Women to promote gender equality. And guys, you can also remember that it is under the Gender Park at 24-acre Kozhikode campus. You can remember because in 2013, Kerala government basically established this Gender Park to provide equality to the gender. Gender Park will function as the South Asian hub for gender equality that aims to share knowledge and experiences from the region. So they can basically provide the guidance facility so that maximum to maximum women empowerment can be take place. This partnership furthers the cause of a just and equal society and of women empowerment. It means by collecting these type of the data, they can show how much women are basically now entrepreneurs, and by this facility of South Asian Hub or the Gender Park, how much facility they are providing to the women entrepreneurs so that maximum to maximum women empowerment can be increased. This is the main purpose of this Gender Park. So remember, it is the state of the Kerala. Now we are moving to the last section, that is the one-liner important point. First is the Ministry of Road and Transport Highways proposes adoption of E20 fuel to curb vehicular emission. It means to reduce the pollution. They are basically using this type of the E20 fuel. This is very important because it can reduce India's import and we can save maximum money like in the foreign currency. So it is very important, guys. And this E20 fuel is basically a blend of. This E20 fuel is basically a blend of 20% of ethanol and gasoline. So it will reduce the vehicular emission and also cut the India oil import bill. So it is very important because ethanol is a biofuel. So remember this, and it will be used in the future. Narendra Modi addressed the 6th India-Japan Samvad conference. The examiner only can ask that recently the Samvad conference held between which countries like India and the Japan. So you have to remember. Now what about Japan? Japan is very important because recently new Prime Minister takes the oath, that is Yoshihide Suga. Capital is Tokyo. Currency is Japanese yen. Now next is JSA 2, that is the Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2 Catch the Rain Awareness Generation Campaign launched. It is for the conservation of the rainwater harvesting so that maximum to maximum rainwater harvesting can be promoted. It is it is by the Ministry of Jal Shakti, that is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, and also the Ministry of Youth Affairs and the Sports, that is Kiran Rijiju ji. Next, Reliance and BP. BP is not Bharat Petroleum, it is the Britain Petroleum. Commence gas production from the Asia's deepest gas field, that is known as ARC cluster, situated in the Krishna Godavari basin. So it is the important question. You can remember that Reliance and the British Petroleum Company started the gas production from the Asia's deepest gas field, that is also named as the ARC cluster, and it is situated in the Krishna Godavari basin and it is near the Andhra Pradesh. Remember, it is the Krishna Godavari basin. Next, India and Vietnam Virtual Summit 2020 between Prime Ministers. It means both the countries' Prime Minister hold a virtual conference, and So it is just to improve the bilateral relation between the two countries, that is India and Vietnam. Vietnam is important for us because capital is Hanoi and currency is Vietnamese dong. Remember, currency is Vietnamese dong. Next, government decide to constitute high level committee to commemorate 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Very important because it is the 125th birth anniversary, and on the 23rd of Jan, because it is the birthday date of the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and 23rd Jan 2021, and the 1 year long celebration will be started, and a high level committee will be established by the government of India. You have to remember this Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose because recently Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, recently you have to remember in 2019 a museum was named after the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and a very important personality. If you are looking for the history, then there is a political party which was formed by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in 1939, that is known as the Forward Bloc. He also established the Azad Hind Fauj in 1943 in Singapore. You have to remember these 2 points, that is very important, and he also gave a slogan of the Jai Hind. Now we are moving to the next section, that is the 22nd of December answer time, and the question was, who was elected as the president of the International Golf Federation in December 2020? So answer was very simple. All the comments are right. It means all the answers you gave are right, and answer is Annika Sorenstam. So remember, answer is Annika Sorenstam. Very important. You have to remember this news, and this organization is very important, International Golf Federation. And where is the headquarters of this organization? Headquarters is in Switzerland, Lausanne. Switzerland, Lausanne. Now we are moving to our last section, that is the question of the day, and here is the question of the day. Who received the DRDO Lifetime Achievement Award 2018 on December 2020? Because it is 2018 award, but it is given in 2020, so you can confuse under this question, but you have to answer in the comment box. I am requesting you all the students that you have to give answer only in the comment box, so that I can read and evaluate your performance. So guys, this is all for today. Please subscribe our channel. Please press the bell button so that you can receive the notification on time. And guys, please provide 700 plus likes. Please provide 700 plus likes so that we can provide you more videos on the different contents. And it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section definitely, because 90% of the current affairs which are asking in your exams are covered from the Affairs Cloud. This is proof given on our website that questions asked covered by the Affairs Cloud, and they are 90% above. So guys, thank you for watching this video, and take care, have fun, be happy, because happiness is the key of success. Take care, bye bye.